preternatural, and supernatural worlds that surround us. Here we delve into those topics that challenge us to think outside the limitations of realism, where we test the boundaries of imagination and are forced to think outside the confines and restrictions of what is normal. We are the creators, the writers, the artists, and the insane. Welcome to our weird realities.
Welcome to Watching Weird. I'm dark fantasy author Hadley Thorne here with Allen Gamboa and Scott Baker. We're missing our third man tonight. So everyone wish Rick Rasuki a good evening, whatever he's doing. And tonight we're just going to sit around and we're going to be tackling the superhero origin story of the Batman.
Well, that's what Rich is doing. He's got his Batman costume and he's running around Boston right now.
We'll see stories in the morning.
Yeah.
He is Batman.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but there's a lot to unpack with this. So I'm going to ask everyone to go ahead and hit that like button, share, subscribe, grab your popcorn and Coke, and let's get to it. So, Alan or Scott, which one of y'all want to give a breakdown of the Batman?
Alan, because I did not get a chance to watch it.
No.
I only got to see part of it. It's been a crap week, so I only got to see part. Hey, Landa.
This is hilarious because I only made it to like 2 hours into it. It's like a almost 3-hour movie. So,
hi, Tina.
Well,
how about I'll start out with let's start out way back. Let's start with Adam West.
Okay. Let's go back to the old G.
The OG. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
We are prepared. Look at this. Tony's probably more prepared than we are.
I know. We might have to send him a link.
I am Batman. Adam West has got to be the best, campiest. He's not my favorite, but the campiest Batman. I love Adam West. Yeah. I know Scott does.
Yeah.
Do you consider him your favorite Batman out of all the Batman or Batman?
He's my favorite. But like you said, he's completely different. I mean, there's no dark side to the Adam West Batman. I mean, even the evil supervillains are all comical. You know, it was a kid's show. It was made in the 1960s. Batman and Robin looked like go-go dancers in those outfits.
That's what I remember about my childhoods. I have an older sibling, and she would always have to be Batman, and I had to be Robin. Mm-hmm. And one year we were at my grandparents' and she put me in a tree. It was the Bat Cave, the tree in the cow pasture. And she left me hanging upside down until my grandfather made her go get me. I don't know how long I was hanging upside down in that tree. That's actually probably what's wrong with me today.
I was about to say, now we know what happened to you.
Just hanging upside down playing Batman.
And I mean, you figure it is also, they didn't even show the violence. It was always bam, pow,
pow.
Yeah.
I love that old, Batman, as silly as it was, the Batusi, Travolta do that in Pulp Fiction, him and Uma Thurman, kind of do the Batusi a little bit. It's a lot of fun, the shark repellent, the bat shark repellent.
Yes.
That stuff.
Well, when he's running around with the bomb and he won't throw it into the river because there's ducks there.
Isn't that the one where he goes one place, there's ducks, and then there's something over here?
Yeah. Hi, Hope. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Hope.
Yeah, I don't really think you can compare the Adam West Batman to
the
current stuff. Even the '89 version, you can't even compare it to that.
No. The movie versions. Now, in answer to Alan's question, Adam West is my favorite, but I don't know. I think the best is probably Christian Bale.
Christian Bale is good. Okay, let's go to '89. Let's go to '89, Scott. We'll go up that route.
Sure.
Okay, '89. I remember Batman's coming out. Michael Keaton's playing Batman. No way, Michael Keaton. You're talking Mr. Mom. The guy from Night Shift.
Yeah.
The guy from Clean and Sober. Come on. This guy's a comedian. Beetlejuice. He can't be Batman. He rocked it.
He really did. He's and really there's only two Batman that I just don't like. I don't really like
We'll get to that one, Tina.
Yeah.
I don't really like the Clooney Batman because to me it's just George Clooney in a Batman outfit. And I really, really did not like the Ben Affleck Batman.
Well, okay. I didn't care for Ben Affleck as Batman until Zack Snyder's uncut version of the Justice League movie. And then he was the last scene in that with Batman and
Joker.
The Joker. That made up for all of Ben Affleck's Batman, I thought, because
but really
down and gritty Batman. I thought that was worth it all. That was worth the crappy Ben Affleck Batman. That whole scene was worth it all. That's my opinion. And I'm not an Affleck fan.
Well, like I just don't think that saved the role for me, but I would have liked to have seen that movie more. But no, I'm a Christian Bale. I mean, he to me, he did great, but y'all, I have to say Robert Pattinson did a really good job. I mean, it's a whole new look at Batman.
Now, is he the Batman?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Keith Douglas. Hey, Keith, I agree.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. And I will say that I believe Keaton was the best Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
Hands down.
Yes. He was, I believe. I thought Clooney did a okay Bruce Wayne, but Affleck, no. Yeah.
Well,
I agree.
But it's George Clooney being George Clooney again. I mean, it's the same. What was it in Ocean's 11? It was the same character.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Aunt Mark. But yeah, I thought that Keaton's Batman had the elegance of someone with money.
Right.
Someone who, they've been born with a silver spoon.
Right.
But it's again a totally different take on Batman.
Yeah.
Well, I kept watching it and I kept thinking he's gonna burst into that guy from Night Shift. I got an idea. Got this idea. But he was, kept it up great. And then you had Jack Nicholson playing the Joker.
Yeah.
And he was over the top, but I thought he did a great job as a Joker.
And again, going back and forth between Christian Bale's Batman and Keaton's Batman, I'm gonna Albert. The Albert in the Keaton was my favorite Albert. Yes. But I love Michael Caine.
Yeah.
And yes. I mean, but who's the better one? Well, for the role, I think that the one that was in the 89 Batman.
Well, my favorite Alfred, we're going to jump off the big screen and jump to Gotham.
Oh.
I haven't watched Gotham.
That is my favorite Alfred. And I can't think of the actor's name. He was in Dog Soldiers. He's in everything. Pertwee. Sean Pertwee, to me, is the best Alfred. And then
you mean Doctor Who?
No, that's his nephew.
Oh.
He's related. Yeah, that's his nephew. Doctor Who's nephew. And to jump farther back than that, a young Alfred is in the Pennyworth series.
Yeah, I've heard about that's good too. So, I just hadn't got around to them. So are you saying I need to watch these?
You need to watch these because Alfred is a character in himself.
Yes.
Because he's an former SAS guy. He's got all this backstory to him.
Oh.
He's not just the guy, serving him tea, and taking care of him. So Alfred's got his own life. So I'd go with Sean Pertwee, Gotham, Michael Caine in the movies. Because I love Michael Caine.
I love Michael Caine too.
Yeah.
And they have Gollum playing Alfred in the new movie.
I knew I recognized that guy, but I didn't know who it was. But yeah, it was Gollum.
Yeah.
So, but he did really good. If you're going to talk about somebody who looks like they were ex-special forces as a butler, that he hit that, he had that whole look to him.
Yeah, he did. Well, watch Gotham. That's a great spinoff. But let's go. Let's start.
How many seasons is Gotham?
I want to say 5 or 6.
How much of our life is this going to take up?
Exactly. But it explores Riddler. It has a great Riddler in it. And
Oh, Tina.
That's
Don't say it. It might come true.
As long as you got good writers and the right actress to do it, it would work. I mean, Michael Keaton rocked it. Nobody likes Ben Affleck. Nobody likes George Clooney.
How about Val Kilmer? Now, Val Kilmer.
I totally blacked that one out. I forgot totally about that one.
I've never seen Kilmer, Affleck, or Clooney.
Well, that says what I think about that one, Alan. I didn't even remember he made a movie.
I thought Kilmer did a good job. It was like the Iceman playing Batman. You know, it's not one of my favorites, but I thought he did an okay job for the movie that it was. And it was a knockoff. You know, most of these movies, I think even between the 1989 one and the current one, besides the Christian Bale arc, which was great.
Yeah.
Were knockoffs mostly, you know. You had Nipplegate. What was that Clooney's character had nipples Clooney. on his back? Oh my gosh, you know. Yeah. And you had the introduction of Robin, which was what's his name, Chris, the guy in NCIS or whatever.
Oh gosh, what?
I can't.
I know who you mean, but yeah, he doesn't. And I don't even remember who played Batgirl.
Alicia Silverstone, the girl from the Aerosmith videos.
Oh.
And Clueless.
And so all of them added nothing to those two movies.
Yeah.
And here's a thought. The Batman movies, the more villains you add to them, the more cluttered it gets, the less quality Batman movie.
My favorite Batman villain is Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman.
Oh, she did a good job.
She was so sexy. I mean, you look at the other two, and there's just no comparison. I mean, because she had that voice. And you remember her, I mean, like, I was in high school when that movie came out, and I remember her licking his face. You know, it was just stuff, I mean, just stuff like, it was just so overtly overdone sexual, and you just didn't see that. And she nailed it.
She did a good job. I've never seen the Catwoman movie.
Oh, that was Halle Berry that did the Catwoman movie. But Michelle Pfeiffer was in the second Keaton Batman movie, wasn't she?
Yes, she was. And to Tina's question, no, I'm not a fan of Robin. I think most people, it gets weird with the Robin in it, the way it goes.
I liked him in the original series because it worked, but not the movies.
Yes,
I would have liked to have seen the Christian Bale movie spin-off with, and I can't think of that actor's name, that they were kind of letting you think he was going to be the Dark Knight.
The kid from, come on, Tina, you know his name, from Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah, him. I would have been interested to see that because that had the makings of a good movie with how it all came about and all.
Right. It did. Eartha Kitt, yes. Eartha Kitt was a great
Julie Newmar was mine.
Julie Newmar, yeah. They both were good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but Julie Newmar was more. She was more erotic and into Batman, where Eartha Kitt was just a little bit more evil.
And she had that. Eartha Kitt had that meow, you know.
Yeah.
The more catness.
Of course, as a kid, it always screwed me up. You know, why were there so many different Catwomen?
Right? Because all the other characters, you know, the Joker, the Riddler, in those series, they all stayed the same actor.
Well, what did you think about the Zoe Kravitz Catwoman?
Well, I only got maybe 40 minutes into that movie, so I thought it was,
really
good character so far. Yeah.
Well, I hated Anne Hathaway's Catwoman, so it's only an improvement upon that. Halle Berry did the spin-off Catwoman movie, so I'm not even really going to consider that. But she seemed to take a lot of her cues from that version of Catwoman. So it was definitely not the Michelle Pfeiffer one, which again was kind of overdone, which those movies kind of had that playfulness to them that the TV series had.
Right.
Yeah.
But they were still movies, you know, with real actors.
Well, that's what I always thought. They did for the late 80s what they did for the 1960s. You know, they gave him the darker outfit. The characters were still they were a little bit more over the top, the Penguin and the Joker and that, with the costumes and that, but they were still fun movies. They weren't dark as they've gotten in the past couple of years.
Well, the 89 Batman was kind of dark in a way because it was who directed that?
Was it Tim Burton?
Tim Burton, and so it had the Tim Burton darkness, dark lightness, I guess.
Yeah.
The gothic, I guess, a kind of light gothic tone to it, especially like when the Penguin comes out, Danny DeVito in the second one.
Yeah.
But
Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Yeah.
Do you remember that movie when he had the monkey?
Yeah. Yes.
That monkey attacked Danny DeVito and bit him on the balls.
Oh.
Y'all you've got to Google it and to hear him tell that tale because it is hilarious.
Did. That's just probably an excuse he gave Rhea Perlman. Oh yeah, you get me there.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yes, I love him. I think he would do good in a Robin, but it wouldn't be Robin because in the graphic novels, didn't Robin kind of became the Dark Knight?
It became Nightwing. Was it Nightwing?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Well, the 89 version though had the groovy Prince soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Had the Bat Dance. I remember going to getting that cassette. Yes, the cassette for that. I played the heck out of it.
So you had to get another one.
No, I don't think I did. I remember standing in line for that, and people were dressed up like Batman and Robin and the Joker, and it was a trip. It was kind of cool.
Well, I'm kind of disappointed that neither one of y'all saw the movie because I was really wanting to talk about it.
Well, we started watching it, and just I had stuff come up.
Well, it's a very long movie. You have to commit to it. And like I said, I was trying to watch it while I was working the other day, and I just had to turn it off. And I've never been able to get back to it because like I said, it's I think 2 hour and 40-minute movie. But I will say that I was really excited to hear what y'all's take was going to be about it because I think that it's worth watching.
Well, like I said, I've got maybe 40 minutes into it, and I like it so far. It's good. I like Pattinson's actually doing pretty good. I haven't seen him I've seen him as Bruce Wayne interacting with Alfred.
To me, you could just skip him doing Bruce Wayne because it was just nothing really to the Bruce Wayne part of it. But his portrayal of Batman was very dark and gritty. It was a gritty, dark movie. I mean, like even the soundtrack, it had like Nirvana, like creepy Nirvana, and like it was just it's streaming on HBO Max.
Yeah, I mean, what I saw, I liked.
They take a lot of horror movie stuff, like steals from it. It has which this is not a spoiler because I mean you'll see it, but like how like Michael Myers moves real slow when he moves like the Batman moves like that, and so that was interesting.
Well, I like the beginning when that gang of guys in makeup are attacking that guy, and he comes out of the shadow. You just hear clank of his boots, and they're looking, and he comes out of the shadow, real slow, and then he proceeds to do Batman stuff to these guys.
That was the best opening Batman sequence, I think.
I thought it was pretty cool. You're welcome, cool.
Mona. Yeah, it was really, really good. And the Riddler in it had like really, really big, obvious overtones to the Zodiac Killer, which again was very interesting. So I felt like, we're just gonna y'all are gonna have to watch it. We're going to talk about it again because I really do. Even if it's not on live, I'd really like to hear what y'all have to say about it.
Michael Keaton is playing Batman in the new Batgirl movie. Keith, yes, and also he was
in the Flash,
but who knows if that's going to get released now? Because that kid that plays the Flash has problems. Yeah. He threatened a couple in Hawaii. Set him on fire. He threatened a couple in Hawaii to set him on fire and some other stuff. And,
oh, well.
Yeah, so that movie's up in the air right now, and they've got it. It's done too.
Yeah.
But
they could redo it with Johnny Depp.
and then they could bring Amber Heard in to play
I got
Catgirl.
so sucked into watching some of the court TV on that yesterday.
I felt so bad for Johnny Depp rambling the way he was.
I know. It's got to be embarrassing. Poor Johnny Depp.
Arrested twice now. Yeah, that kid that played the Flash has been arrested. That's right. He's got some issues.
But I can't picture Michael Keaton playing Batman in the new Batgirl movie. I mean, unless it's like a retired Batman.
Yeah, I think that's. I know in the Flash, it's the paradox, the Flash paradox, or whatever, and he's an older Batman, and more of the a vigilante Batman than he is. Because it goes really dark in the comic book series.
Yeah. And that's I think the reason why I really like the Christian Bale movie is it went dark. It went from that sort of pop culture 1960s fun, where the villains were bad, but they never got hurt. They were arrested, then released, then arrested and released. But when you get to the Christian Bale version, you see the death of his parents and how dark he gets, and that whole subplot with Bane. It was like, man, this is really,
get ready. This one's darker.
Oh,
this one's a lot darker.
It is darker. I gotta say hi to my daughter. Hey, Whitney.
Hey, Whitney.
She's coming home in 2 days. So that's cool.
Oh,
lots of pictures.
Safe trip.
So when is she due?
October? I think October. Something like that. October, September, something. I'm not a gynecologist.
But you're gonna be a grandpa?
I'm gonna be a grandpa again.
Old Batman, he'll forget all of his supervillains. He'll be calling the Penguin like the pigeon. Those fast chase scenes, where he's chasing Burgess Meredith on a walker.
Yeah, all right.
Well, in that last Bale movie, they did kind of address the wear and tear on poor Batman's body.
Yeah, and they were introducing Gordon-Levitt, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, as, like you said, a replacement.
Mm-hmm. I would have liked, like I said, I would have liked to have seen that. But the Robert Pattinson Batman story, it really is an origin story. So it takes place like shortly after the death of his parents, right? I mean, it's all pretty new into his Batman. So there's, like I said, even the Batmobile was kind of like the first Batmobile. It wasn't the sleek, polished. I've been Batman for a while, and I've got seed money for my Bat car. It wasn't like that.
It was more like Mad Max's V8.
Yeah, it was really cool though, wasn't it?
But was it electric?
No, not electric. But I mean, the whole Gotham was so dark and so dismal, and like I said, it had a really gritty feel. I really liked it. So
my wife watched it. She loved it because she loved the origin stories of all the supervillains.
That's right, because Penguin's in this one, and I did not know until today that Penguin is Colin Farrell.
He looks like De Niro. Like if he looks like a heavier De Niro. I mean, I told Tina, I said that looks like De Niro in that, like they're doing De Niro makeup, and it was pretty good makeup.
It was really good makeup, and I mean, because I started to try to watch it again before we got on tonight, and I was watching there's like a chase scene, and the only time I could really see Colin Farrell in the makeup is he looks in the rearview mirror, and it's something about his eyes. I was like, oh my god, that really is him.
Yeah, you could see it in his eyes. Oh, yeah.
But they're doing a Penguin series too.
Really?
And I don't know if it's going to have him in it or not. That's just, like I said, something I found today when I was trying to catch up, because I really wanted to watch the Michael Keaton Batman. I was wanting to watch the Keaton Batman with Michelle Pfeiffer and the Christian Bale Dark Knight Batman with what's her name, Anne Hathaway, to kind of compare and contrast.
Yeah.
And could not find the Keaton one, despite the fact IMDb told me it was going to be on HBO Max. I did not. I guess hadn't been released to watch yet on there.
Yeah, I couldn't get on it either.
I looked for it on Tubi, Amazon Prime, Netflix. Couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I've noticed too, and it's a slight deviation from the Batman movies, is how dark the villains have got in their own movies, like the Joker. You know, both in Suicide Squad, where he was just batshit crazy, no pun intended, and in the movie The Joker itself.
You know, I can only watch them. Joaquin Phoenix is a great actor. I mean, but I can only watch that movie once because
I haven't seen it.
It's not a movie to me. This is that you want to watch again.
I heard it's depressing.
It's very, but it does work on its own level. It really does. Well, the acting's good.
And I like the fact that, you know, we know the Batman story. We know how he got to be the Dark Knight. I liked seeing how Bane became Bane, how the Joker, you know, went from a supposedly normal person to the twisted mastermind that he is. You know, my wife used to say she loved the way they were building up the Penguin in Gotham.
Oh yeah, in Gotham, the way they build up the Penguin's great, and the Joker too.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Tony's telling me I've got to see it, so I've got to see it.
It's good. It's a good movie. It's just not one that I would, like Mona says there. It was depressing. It's just really
it's more like mental illness, right?
Yeah.
And to be honest about the Pattinson Batman, that's kind of how I took it. Was like you can see the mental problems of this kid in it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say. Well, I mean, I'm obviously not a mental health professional, but I mean, you could just see there's just something more going on than it's just, you know, vengeance. You know, it's just there's something else is troubling him, and it was, like I said, I'm gonna have to watch it all again. But
well, I liked what I saw in Gotham. Looked like New York in the 70s and early 80s. You know. It was really.
It kind of had a kind of a Blade Runner look to me.
Yeah. That's true. It's true. But there's a lot of garbage. It's just dark.
Well, did you see it when they flooded the city?
No, I haven't got that far yet.
Okay, that's really interesting too. That was an added layer of darkness there. With it just really. I hate to say this because it sounds kind of weird, but it really kind of made me think about the world we're living in. And, you know, it's like, just when you think things can't get worse, oh, look, it's Putin. You know, I thought 2020 was bad, and here we are, 2022.
Wait till 2023.
Yeah. So it was just kind of had that dismal, hopeless feeling of it. And by the time you get around towards the end, that's kind of shifting, I guess, in the character arc. So, like I said, I think I'm going to have to watch all of it, obviously. But
well, I tell you, watch Gotham if you want to see some. Well,
I've been looking for a new series to watch, so I'm gonna.
I mean, it's not. You know, I think it starts out pretty strong, and then it kind of comes back up, and then they just wanted to finish it, so it kind of ends fast. But you know, it's the Batman origin story stretched out because it starts out, you know, as a kid character in that, but it's got, you know, the Joker's his character that you think's the Joker. It's got the Red Hood. It's got the Penguin. It's got the Riddler. I mean, it's just, and these characters that play these bad guys in this series actually do a really good job. I thought we really enjoyed it, but it does bog down a little bit and gets kind of, but it's worth watching if you got the time.
Well, I mean, I usually will put something on to kind of work too, kind of keep my mind going off of work stuff while I'm working. But no, I usually have some kind of white noise in the background, so I'll put a series on. But yeah, I'm gonna have to try that. That sounds pretty good.
I think they did Tom Hardy a disservice when he played Bane. by making that mask where he's like, I mean, I gotta watch that movie with subtitles, you know.
Who knew that Tom Hardy could put on that much weight for that movie?
Yeah,
I didn't recognize him, and I'm a Tom Hardy fan. I mean, and I love what he did with the role. But yeah, that was those just were the best of the Batman movies to me.
Yeah, well, they are, and they're big. They're really big. The special effects are huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know, compared to the other Batman movies.
Plus, you had Gary Oldman in it.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm a Gary Oldman fan.
Yeah.
It just the acting in those was superb, and I just like I said, the only complaint I had was Anne Hathaway's Catwoman. I just didn't like her in that role.
Right.
Mainly, she's just not sexy, and I mean, cats are slinky, sexy. Eartha Kitt. I mean, there's something that's I don't know, it's just something. It's just something else, and she just doesn't have that. And I like her as an actress, and she's very talented, and she's a beautiful woman, but she just doesn't have that other thing. Like I said, Michelle Pfeiffer definitely had it.
Yeah.
Halle Berry has a little bit of it. I think Zoe Kravitz has a lot of it, but it's just something else.
Anne Hathaway's annoying.
Well,
I find her annoying as an actress. I
wasn't gonna be mean. But, yeah, she's like the mysterious. Like, yeah, there's something. She's not cat-like. She's just not cat-like.
Catwoman. She's just annoying. I found her character annoying. I found in the Christian Bale movies, Tom Cruise's ex-wife, that character, I found her annoying. And then they switched her up.
Yeah, what's her name? Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes.
Yeah, they just didn't have good women in those movies, did they?
Yeah, and I was glad when she blew up. So
well, it even had that. It's Jake Gyllenhaal's Maggie Gyllenhaal. She was in it too, and they're just not likable. They're not likable women.
I don't remember any of the women in it.
Yeah,
I remember Bane, Gary Oldman, and Christian Bale.
How about Harvey Dent? Do you remember what's his name?
I do. Harvey Dent was Thomas Jane, wasn't it?
No, it was the guy from Battlefield or what's his name? It's the one where the Marines are fighting aliens in L.A. He was the leader of the
L.A.
Marines. Yeah, that guy that played the Marine sergeant. Oh, I can't. Aaron Eckhart.
Yes, yes. I'll get him and Thomas Jane mixed up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to both of you, wonderful actors, in case you're listening to our little show.
Now, the Christian Bale one was the one where they showed the murder of his mother and father, right?
Yes.
Did you ever notice who the mother and father were?
Yeah.
Who?
Maggie and Negan from The Walking Dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They must have patched up their differences.
Hey, who would have thought Negan's son would be a Batman?
That's right.
Negan's son would be a Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so funny. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha.
Took a lot of my brain power today to come up with that one.
At least you came up with it. It took me a minute to get it.
Aaron Eckhart. Thank you, Mona. Hey, he's a good actor. He played a good Harvey Dent, I thought.
He did. It was good. Wasn't it Tommy Lee Jones played him in
Keaton's, right?
Yeah.
Was it Keaton's? It was and Drew Barrymore was one of his women.
Poison Ivy? Was she Poison Ivy or
no? This is Harvey Dent had the two girls, one for each side, the bad girl and the good girl.
Oh, that's right.
And Drew Barrymore was the good girl, dressed all in white with like the pearls and stuff.
That's right. Yep. Was that the one with Schwarzenegger? Played Dr. Freeze?
Yeah.
I know there's one that's just cluttered. It's a Clooney one, right?
I think so. No, is it the Clooney one?
Or was it Val Kilmer one?
Tony, we need your help. Where's your expertise?
I wanted to watch it for Schwarzenegger, but it was just like, I think it was Clooney. It was like, I can't bring myself to watch a Clooney movie. Other than from Dust.
Well, no, yeah. I thought he was in the one with the penguin, though.
Gosh, I can't remember. It was one of the.
I don't think he was.
I think it was a Clooney. It was. God, I'm trying to think. Oh.
He's giving you the answer. You just have to understand it.
Okay, so we're leaving off somebody big.
The Clooney one had Arnold. So it had him, and it had Poison Ivy, which was Uma Thurman. Right?
That's right. But we're leaving off Heath Ledger.
I don't know how we can, because that was iconic.
That was a great acting job.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
What?
The Joker and the Christian Bale in The Dark Knight.
Oh! For a second, I thought you were talking about Heath Ledger as Batman.
No. Heath Ledger. You didn't think anyone could outdo Jack Nicholson, and then along comes Heath Ledger, and now it's like, and I know Suicide Squad was it Jared Leto in it?
Yes.
Yeah. And it was a totally different take on the Joker, which I would have really liked to have seen that. I would have liked 2 hours of that, instead of what we got. But yeah, Heath Ledger, man, he nailed it. That's to me what I think crazy looks like.
Yeah.
And I think about Alfred. Remember Michael Caine as Alfred saying, "There are some men, Bruce, who just want to see the whole world burn."
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, Heath was awesome, and it's too bad. Wasn't that his last role, or he was making another movie or something?
I think it was his last role. He got really sick, with pneumonia or something, or I think it was pneumonia or the flu.
I think he took a lot of cough suppressant type of stuff, like two, 3 different medications that did the same thing, and I think that's what killed him. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, opioids, and they have opioids in cough medicine. I'm sorry, Boudreaux is like wanting to go outside, like he's on fire. He's not on fire, people. Boudreaux is just a pain in my ass.
But he's a lovable pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, if he knew he was a dog, I'd be in trouble. He would be heartbroken. But
he just wonders why you've only got 2 legs.
I'm the house monkey is what he thinks.
He's obviously not a Batman fan.
No. Hey, Cecil.
Well, you mentioned Catwoman, so he's now wants to chase her.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Julie Newmar, I would chase her. But
I was going to say, opioids will make your breathing slow down. So if you that's why it's so easy to overdose on them, is because people take too many and go to sleep, and their breathing slows down till it just stops.
Tony says Heath Ledger's last film, Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. And no, he has not seen it.
I have seen that.
It's pretty bad, isn't it?
It was different.
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
It was like artsy.
His role was played by several different actors, kind of like in a tribute to him. Several different actors played his role, I believe.
Okay, I'm gonna have to step away for a moment. So
That's
y'all just talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
So Scott, when you were a kid, did you have the Batman lunchbox? Any of that stuff?
No.
I didn't.
My big thing was space. I loved Lost in Space. I searched for the lunchbox. I just loved Batman. It was fun. He was such a positive role model, and what I love most about Adam West is he ran with it. I mean, he never shied away from it. He was fantastic on Family Guy, where he made fun of himself.
Oh yeah,
all the time.
Him and Shatner are embraced their campiness.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, Shatner was. Oh, sorry, Star Trek, but Shatner was a complete jerk until he started to find out how despised he was, but how much Star Trek was popular. I've still got to find his book, but I saw him on a talk show. He would go to Star Trek conventions disguised. He'd wear like a Jack-in-the-Box clown head and would go around and ask people, like he'd go to say, why are you buying a Leonard Nimoy photo? You want to buy one of William Shatner, and he was like shocked. Oh, I love Shatner, but he's such a jerk. But he finally came around, and he makes so much fun of himself. So,
well, do you remember that Saturday Night Live skit they had where he was?
Oh my God,
he's like on that panel for like Comic-Con, and he starts going off.
I bet you live in your mother's basement. Yeah. Have you ever dated anyone?
Actually,
I was playing the evil Kirk from The Enemy Within.
My favorite is the fact that he and Henry Rollins are like really good friends.
That's so
and
weird.
I love Henry Rollins. So y'all know who that is, right?
Yeah, that is so weird.
Don't know. Sorry.
What group was he?
He was the head singer or lead singer for a band called Black Flag.
That's right, Black Flag. I was gonna say X, but yeah, Black Flag.
But he's done all kinds of stuff. But I mean, he does these live. They're not really. He's not a comedian, but he's just very well, like the written word kind of speaker. He's just amazing. And
he's acted in a lot of horror, a lot of.
Oh yeah, he was in
little parts.
Johnny Mnemonic, wasn't he in that?
Yeah.
He actually was
great in that A Christmas Carol. I think we watched it this Christmas where he was the radio DJ.
Yes.
Yeah.
You talking about Shatner?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shatner. Yes, Shatner. But we're Henry Rollins. He's been in a lot of little parts in movies.
Oh.
Well, he did a vampire movie. Tony.
Well, is that one He Never Died or something like that?
Yeah, it was really good too.
Was that good? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, one. It's more of a art house type horror movie because it just really didn't have a budget, but it was really good. It was different. I like different. But
he'd be good in a Batman movie. I don't know why he's not in a. He'd be good in a Christian Bale Batman movie, or actually the new one.
He was in some movie that I watched that was just. Really, he does interesting roles. He's an interesting guy, but he's like someone you totally would not think William Shatner would be friends with.
Yeah,
and the fact that they're friends was, kind of mind blowing.
Want to be my friend? Sure, William, I'll be your friend. You look like you need friends right now. I'm surprised.
I'm glad they got him on The Big Bang Theory. That was.
Yes.
That was. They'd had so many Star Trek people. It was good there, but I don't think they ever got Patrick Stewart.
Really?
I don't think they ever did, now that I think of it.
I have never seen, I've seen bits, but I've never seen The Big Bang Theory. But we've watched the spinoff. We used to watch Young Sheldon, yeah. But there's a lot of the tie-ins.
There's a funny movie out there with Shatner. I think it's called Fanboys. I can't remember the name of it. But it's about a group of Star Wars geeks that are going to a convention, and they run into a group of Star Trek geeks, and they have like this running battle all the way to the convention. And Shatner makes these guest appearances in it.
When I was in grade school, we used to play Star Trek on the playground, right? We'd always beam down to a planet, and I'd always be Bones. Bones is always my favorite character, Dr. McCoy. I don't know why, but he was my favorite character.
He was in a movie called Dreamland. Did y'all see Dreamland with Henry Rollins?
McCoy? No. Oh, Henry Rollins back.
Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. That's a pretty good movie.
No, I haven't seen that.
No.
Maybe
again, kind of artsy, but I think y'all would like it.
Yeah, I have to look it up. I will have to look it up. So the new one, the Batman, it's really dark. What I saw, I really like the acting's really good in it. It's got some good action in it so far. So I just got to keep. When we're done tonight, I'm gonna finish watching it.
Yeah, I would say that it was a very unique look, and at this point in time, you just don't think, oh, someone's going to walk in and they're going to do something that's going to blow us away, and this was really different from the darkness. Like I said, the fact that they used Nirvana, and it was, I can't think of the Nirvana song, but it fits the tone of the movie, which was dark and brooding and gritty, and dirty, and that describes Pattinson's Batman, which, like I said, he really didn't get it. To me, I did not see a good grasp on Bruce Wayne.
Okay, I'm going to say something here, and I'll probably get some heat for it. But when he takes off his mask and everything, and his mascara is running, he looks like he looks like a little emo guy in those parts.
Yeah, he was very emo
because he blacks his eyes, and then it runs, and it's like, okay, Batman, put that mask back on. Why doesn't anyone ever shoot Batman in the face? That's the place he's not protected, right there. Why don't they shoot him in the face?
Because then the movie would be over in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's Batman. It's not Superman.
I know.
But when you think of it, Batman has no superpowers. He's pretty much the same person as the kid that you see doing the cosplay at a convention.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, and I'm going to have to go back to the whole Christian Bale, that, I guess, trilogy of movies that he did as Batman. The supporting staff, Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, and then they had, like I said, the sucky girls. It's amazing that those were as good as they were, without having a strong female lead, but they just didn't have a strong female lead.
No, because it was the Batman.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was, but I mean, it did have some. I liked those movies because it really showed how his being the rich guy paid off.
Right.
Right.
And
going back to the Ben Affleck, Batman, he had the. I hate to say this because it sounds mean. The Ben Affleck was kind of like the shitty rich guy nobody likes because he's got all the money,
Right.
But the Christian Bale, his Bruce Wayne was, the smooth kind of debonair guy that got to date the models, but that you still liked,
He did a better job. Christopher Nolan did a better job, I think, at bringing that part of Batman out than a lot of the, previous movies.
Yeah.
Except for Keaton, I thought.
Well, I think Keaton. I don't think it was the director. I think it was the actor. In that, because he just had a smooth. There's a smoothness to some of Michael Keaton's work that.
Right. Definitely. I mean.
He just has class. Yeah. Class is not something I think you can act.
No. And now, the Dark Knight trilogy, that Christopher Nolan did that one, and he did. Have you seen that movie Tenet? We just watched it the other day. Christopher Nolan did, and it's got Pattinson in it. Robert Pattinson's in it, and it's got Denzel Washington's son in it. I can't think of his name.
McKaylee or something. I know who you're talking about because he does a show on HBO with The Rock. He's
a good actor, and
he's very good.
At times, you can hear his dad.
Yeah,
talk, his dad's voice, like Eastwood's kid, Scott Eastwood. Best Batman ever. Yes, I agree, Cecil. But it's a trippy movie, and you can see the worlds that Christopher Nolan created in The Dark Knight. You can see it like in Tenet, and what's that other one with DiCaprio and where they go into people's dreams.
Gosh, Inception or something.
Inception. Oh. Yeah, you can see those worlds kind of that he builds, like in The Dark Knight. That's a whole world built, bigger, I think.
Yeah, that's really interesting. It's really interesting. I say that as a world builder, that.
Right.
What are you grinning about? Who said what? But no, the world building in a movie is it's not something you really see much.
No,
I mean, you just don't.
No,
you're right. Inception was like that.
Yeah, Inception, that movie Tenet, if you get a chance, it's trippy. It's worth the watch, actually. It's kind of a fun movie. And the science is real wonky in it. Scott, don't be looking for, science that, it's insane, but it's a fun movie to watch. I think it's on HBO Max right now, or it's on one of the streaming channels. I never wanted to watch it, and we got bored, watched it, and it was really good. I thought it was fun.
Well, I tell everyone who has not seen The Devil All the Time to watch it.
What do you want? People to be depressed?
Well, when people are questioning about Pattinson and his ability to act, I got to throw that up because
what's the name of the movie?
The Devil All the Time. It is a very dark, very twisted movie, but his role in it was incredible.
Okay,
And
I'm gonna nerd.
Hold on, you take that kid from Twilight, and that's him, and you see why people are impressed by him.
I'm gonna nerd on you.
All right,
it's got the Winter Soldier in it, Spider-Man, and now it's got the Batman in it.
Oh man, it does.
The Devil All the Time. It's
the Devil all the. I'll have to look that one up.
It's the acting. The thing that saves that movie, I'm from being just a total downer, is the acting in it. Because
it's not a feel-good movie. You're not going to walk away from that and thank me.
You're not. You're not. But it's an acting experience, and you're right, Pattinson. He's just such a creep as this preacher.
But I had read where a lot of people were really impressed with him, and then he got announced that he was going to be the Batman. I was like, oh my god, they got the Twilight guy doing Batman. Yeah, and Pennywise, he's in there too.
Wait a minute, Pattinson is the sparkly vampire?
Yes.
Oh,
see. And that's what people think. But I mean, serious Scott, he can act. I mean, he's really good at it.
No, my sister said that she watched it. She said she didn't like the movie, but she loved him. He was fantastic. So.
Well, he was also Cedric Diggory from the I'm about to traumatize you all. He was Cedric Diggory in the Harry Potter franchise.
Oh.
That's where he got discovered. Yeah, he was. I don't remember which one that was. I'm gonna have to look it up.
He is a good actor. I mean, I can't. When he was announced, as Batman, people went ape shit. Because he's not a manly, Batman. Of course, look at Keaton. Keaton was a stand-up comedian, and he's not a very tall guy, and he's not a muscular dude, So, yeah, you never know. People have surprises.
Well, did you see The Lighthouse?
No.
No.
He was in The Lighthouse too. I saw that. It was pretty good.
Okay.
And he's in this movie called The Rover. It's an apocalyptic type of movie with Guy Pearce. It's a small movie and set in Australia. He does a good job in that too. So he's a good actor. I've enjoyed a lot of the movies I've seen him in, except I've never seen a Twilight movie.
No, can't do it.
Oh, you've seen them all. You just don't want us to know.
Yes, I'm Team Gryffindor. No, I mean the wrong movies, right?
I haven't seen. Actually, I've seen the first Harry Potter movie, but never seen the others.
Okay, well, let's start wrapping it up. Yes, cinematography. Yes, very good. All right. So, favorite Batman, Alan?
Michael Keaton.
Okay. Scott, favorite Batman?
Adam West.
Adam West. Okay, in the movies. Which one in the movies?
Oh, in the movies, Christian Bale.
Okay. All right. Favorite Catwoman?
I'll go Michelle Pfeiffer. Oh, in the movies, Michelle Pfeiffer.
You got an ugly look on your face when you say that, like you really just don't think so. I don't know.
Oh, me?
That. Yeah.
I've never really thought about it. Sorry, but Michelle Pfeiffer, I would say.
Okay. Favorite Penguin.
Wait a minute.
Scott's got to get his.
Yeah. He was going to say Eartha Kitt or Julie Newmar. He already said her. He already said that. Okay. So Julie Newmar. Every time I hear Julie Newmar, I just think about Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I was trying not to go there again in my head. All right. So favorite Penguin. Y'all haven't really seen this one, so you don't have a comparison.
I would say the one from Gotham, the series. He's great. I can't think of the actor's name.
Scott?
I'm going to go with Burgess Meredith.
Oh, good pick. Good pick.
Classic.
Riddler.
Oh, I'm gonna go with because I haven't watched the new movie and I haven't seen very much of the Riddler that's in it. I'm gonna say the Riddler from Gotham.
We're gonna have to revisit this conversation at some point.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So who else?
Frank Gorshan.
Frank Gorshan.
She's cut me out of this.
I know, right?
I know. She doesn't want me here.
Well, you didn't watch the movie. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to take up. I'm trying to take up the last 5 minutes.
Scott, just say I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
He is Batman.
Adam West used to always say they asked him once, what do you think about the other Batmans? And he said they're okay, but he says I'm the only one that never had to announce myself as.
Keep going,
guys,
Hadley.
What? I don't even know what else to say.
Joker.
Who's your favorite Joker?
Heath Ledger.
Scott.
Yeah, Heath Ledger.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, guys. So next week, what are we doing?
Something completely different. It's a top secret.
Alien spy movies.
We could do that new Nick Cage movie. Is it out yet?
I don't know when it's coming out.
Oh, I want to see that so bad. Nick
Okay.
Cage playing Nick Cage as Nick Cage.
Okay, if you get time, check out this movie called The Bubble on Netflix. If you got Netflix, check it out. It's called The Bubble. It's got the guy that's in that Nick Cage movie, Pedro Pascal, that plays the Mandalorian. And he is awesome in this movie called The Bubble.
He was the Red Viper in
yeah,
the Game of Thrones.
He should have just kept killing the mountain instead of talking, running his mouth.
I know, just like a man.
Yeah, right? If they can do their thanks, Tina. Monty Python, something completely different, Tony's saying. We should do a Monty Python night.
God, that would be fun. That would get us in such trouble on Facebook.
Yes.
Yes.
Bubble was hilarious.
So next, can someone look real quick? I miss Rich Restucci. He's on it with the computer.
We're all discombobulated without Rich. Yeah. Our science is off. Our science is wonky.
Okay, so Nicolas Cage.
Well,
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is what it's called.
It looks hilarious.
It does. That was one of my picks for the year. Now playing only in theaters. So do we know when it's going to be released?
No.
Dang.
Yep, you're right, Mona. He did let his emotions get away from him. You killed my sister. Or no, you raped my sister and killed her kids. Well, come on, man. Just cut his head off. Quit talking.
Well, I know that this makes no difference, but I really enjoyed last week with the Quentin Tarantino movies.
Yes.
Maybe we should do a Nick Cage night.
Well, I was going to say, when we do Nick Cage, let's all do a Nick Cage movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So. I already got mine picked out.
Which one would you pick?
I don't know. I just wanted to sound important.
All right, guys. So what you got going on now?
Scott?
Oh, a week ago, Nurse Alyssa versus the Zombies 8, New Beginnings is out. It's out in Kindle Unlimited, and in print. Just go on to Amazon and order it if you haven't already. And right now I'm working on the third of the Tatiana Paranormal books.
Ooh, you're so busy. What about you, Alan? What are you working on?
I'm waiting for Hunt the Night to be released. I don't know when it's going to be. My publishers are on their honeymoon right now.
What's this Hunt the Night? Tell us about this.
I don't know how much I can tell you. I can tell you it's an apocalyptic story. No zombies in this one, but there are definitely things that are dangerous and may eat you.
Ooh, so sounds like my kind of book.
It's crazy, and the lead is a female. The lead character is a female.
Well, I know that you've got a great muse for your strong female lead. So
I do.
I look forward to doing that.
I do. So I'm waiting for that one to come out.
Oh, that's a good one. Yes.
Oh, that is. How about you, Hadley? What do you got? Besides working.
I'm working like a fiend, but I do have my Tapestry of Worlds White Raven Awakens is going to be released on Audible, hopefully by the 1st of May. So
Nice.
But Alexa's going, girl, you need to get ready for bed.
Well, I guess it's that bat time, huh?
Yeah, it is bat time.
Hi, Dory.
Hey, Dory. So, yeah, so that's what we've all got going on. So next time, and as you see on our little screen, we are on Fringe FM on Fridays at 6, and you'll get a it's kind of like a just chopped up reel of what all is going on with Wyrd Realities, and we're working on some cool stuff there. So y'all be sure to check us out on Fringe FM if you get a chance. Other than that, I know that Alan's got some stuff going on with Johansson coming out.
We're interviewing Dean Cole tomorrow night, author Dean Cole. So,
and just so you know, there will not be a problem scheduling tomorrow because they're off.
Nice. That will be at
Cecil and Tully are going out of town for Tully's birthday. So happy birthday, Tully!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
They're going to go see Wolf Hollow again, huh?
they're going to Wolf Hollow. Now, I don't know what they got planned.
Hopefully next week I'll have a review of that new Shudder movie, Titanic 666.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
Actually, the title sounds like it's a horrible movie. It's actually a good movie.
Is it really? It's on Tubi, right?
It really is worth watching. Yeah, it's much better than the title sounds.
All right. Well, I will be hopefully updating some website stuff this weekend, so y'all be on the lookout for what's coming out with us. Other than that, y'all know we'll be here same time next week, maybe. maybe 30 minutes early, maybe 30 minutes later. All right, guys. Remember, you can always find us using our link tree. That's linktr.ee/Wyrd Realities. That's Wyrd with a Y. And until next week, stay weird.
Good night. Thank you.
Ciao.